Namaste everyone. So in this video we will see about the properties of integers. So in integers we have closure property. So closure property means number one, two integers. Suppose let us take two integers a and b are two integers. So a plus b is equal to integers a into b is also integer, a minus b is also integer, but for division, as we know, in some cases a divided by b, it will give you integer, but if we divide a divided by 0, the answer will be undefined. That means we can say that closure property is followed by addition, multiplication and subtraction, but not division. So this is about closure property. We can take one example. For example, 2 is an integer, multiply with minus 3. So minus 3 is also integer. The product will be 2 3 just 6 and the sign will be minus. So it is minus 6. So the result is minus 6, which is also an integer. So from this we can say addition, multiplication, subtraction follows closure property, whereas division doesn't follow closure property, as because if an integer is divided by 0, the answer is undefined. For this reason only we can say that division is not following closure property. Now we will go to the next property, that is commutative property. So the next is the commutative property. Let us take two integers. So a plus b is equal to b plus a, and a into b equal to b into a. So in commutative property, a plus b equal to b plus a, we can show this by taking an example. Let us take a equal to 2 and b equal to 3. So these two are integers. So a plus b, it will be 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. Again b plus a on the right hand side, b plus a, it will be 3 plus 2. So it is also 5. That means LHS is equal to RHS. So this property exists, a plus b equal to b plus a. That means from here we can conclude that addition follows commutative property. Similar way, multiplication also follows commutative property. Now a minus b, it is not equal to b minus a. Subtraction doesn't follow commutative property. Again, a divided by b, it is not equal to b divided by a. So subtraction and division doesn't follow commutative property. You can prove this how? Again, let us take the same value 2 and 3. So if I take this, okay, subtraction part, a minus b, so the value of a is 2, b is 3. So 2 minus 3, it is equal to minus 1. Now at least I hope you can solve this. Again, b minus a, it is 3 minus 2, so it is 1. Now as you can see, The first one we have got -1 and the second one we have got +1. So these are not, -1 and +1 is not equal. So LHS is not equal to RHS. So we can say that subtraction doesn't follow commutative property, as well as division. If you go for time division, you will get the result that division doesn't follow commutative property. So this is all about commutative property. The next property will go associative property. So associative property. Now let us take three integers. Let a comma b comma c are three integers. So according to associative property, a plus b plus c, it is equal to a plus b plus c. Again, a into b into c, it is equal to a into b into c. So from this expression, I think it is clear to you what we have done. At first, we are from in the left hand side, we are taking b plus c because this is in first bracket. So after getting the result, we will add this. Similarly, in the right hand side, we have seen we have added at first a and b. Then what the result will come? We will add c. So this associative property only for addition and multiplication. Again, division and subtraction doesn't follow associative property. Now let us prove one. First one, okay, that is for addition. If we take the value a equal to 2, b equal to 3 and c equal to 4, let us take the LHS part. So in LHS part it is given a plus b plus c. Now put the value of a, 2 plus b 3 plus c 4. Now since this part is within the first bracket, so this work has to be done first according to the BODMAS rule. So 3 plus 4, it is 7. So now add this 2 plus 7, it will be 9. So LHS we have got 9. Now let us do RHS. So in RHS, what is there? A plus b within bracket plus c. So the value of a is 2 plus b is 3 plus c is 4. Now we have to add a plus b because it is within first bracket. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4. So 5 plus 4, it is 9. So as you can see that LHS is equal to RHS. So associative property exists for addition. Similarly, we can say for multiplication also associative property exists. But division and subtraction, division, and I am not writing, but we can write like this. Okay, b minus c is not equal to a minus b minus c. If you goes, you will see that division and your subtraction doesn't follow associative property. So division doesn't follow your associative property. This is subtraction. Similarly, we can write for division also. A divided by b divided by c not equal to a divided by b divided by c. So subtraction and division do not follow associative property. Now the last property, that is distributive property. Distributive property. So under distributive property, there are two property actually. Distributive property under addition and distributive property under subtraction. So let us take again a, b and c are three integers. So according to distributive property, what we can write? A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. This is distributive property under addition. So what I have done? A into B. See, here I have written. Then in middle plus is there. Plus I have written. Again A into C I have taken. So this is distributive property. Again for subtraction it is like this. A into B minus C, it is equal to A into B minus it is A into C. So this is all about distributive property. Again in the same manner, if you take the value A, B, C, okay, so you can prove this. Let us take the first case. Okay, A equal to 2, B equal to 3 and C equal to 5. Let us take the first case, LHS. So A into B plus C. So it is the value of A is 2 into B is 3 plus 5. So at first we have to do the first bracket work. So 5 plus 3 it is 8. 8 to the 16. Now RHS it is given A into B plus A into C. So the value of A, it is 2 into 3 plus 2 into 5. So if we go for Bodmer's rule, at first we have to multiply. 2 3 is 6 plus 5 2 is 10. So at first we have done multiplication. Now we will add. So 10 plus 6 it is 16. Therefore we can say LHS equal to RHS. So distributive property for under addition, we have seen that the property exists for addition. So similarly we can prove distributive property under subtraction. So this is all about distributive property. We have more two property, but actually it is not given in your syllabus, but I would like to mention it. It is called additive. One is the additive property, another is the multiplicative property. Very easy. So what is additive property and what is multiplicative property? Let me explain you. Additive, ADDRTIVE, additive property. That means if we add 0 to any integer, the value will be unchanged. Suppose 2 is an integer. If we add 0, the answer will be 2 only. That is the value remains same. Similar case, minus 3 added with 0, the answer will be minus 3. So here 0 is called additive. 0 is called additive identity. Similarly, there is one more property. It is called multiplicative property. It is multiplicative identity, we can say. We can also say multiplicative identity. Why? If we multiply 1 with any integer, the value remains the same. For example, if I take same, 2 is an integer. So if we multiply with 1, the answer will be 2. That is the value remains the same. Again, if I take minus 3 as integer, multiply with 1, so the answer is minus 3 only. So that's why 1 is called multiplicative identity. 1 is called multiplicative identity. I hope all of you have understand these properties and all. So I shall give some homework to you. You try at your home. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me. That's all. Thank you.